Hello, not sure if you hear me, but if you do, and if you catch this on the replay, we're gonna try to have some good energy, some good vibes, and get some good stuff done. Let's see, are we going with the hat forward or backwards? Let's go with the backwards. That way, I can keep my headphones exactly where they are. Got the holiday weekend on the way. Um, Let me not talk too much until I know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Because sometimes when I start with something in the chat, tell me if you can hear me. Thanks for joining the stream. Um, excuse me. It's gonna be a goofy stream today. Chickens ain't listening. They must not know what's good for them. Uh, but we'll figure it out. I think I just gotta be pretty stern with them, and they'll come around. They're not following my directions, and why wouldn't they follow my directions? If anyone's directions, they should follow my directions. I'll let a few people get in here. Let me go find a hammer, and I'll let a few people get in here before I fully go in. Found the hammer. I got to clean up over there. Getting a little out of hand. Ooh, horseradish. Okay. So we'll play the waiting game. I wanted to do this as a group, as a team, as a team. Um, got my work table. We could do this live. Hey, if you could drop something in the chat so I know that you hear me. Rosanna, how you doing? Do you hear me? Do you hear my mic? Is it clear? There's a lot of noise. Okay, if you're saying hello, I think you hear me, and that's good. Um, I'm trying to work through this project live. We have a holiday. We have a nice extended weekend. People love. Thanks for the thumbs up. People love to grill, and I was already grilling today. So I have a project that I've been needing to get back to, and not sure the type of content that you like, but I haven't done this in a while where I'm using my hands on camera, and so it is what it is. But I guess we got enough people in here to start. My name is Darnell, just talking. My name is Darnell, and I post a variety of content. There's this whole chicken situation behind me, and I'm keeping them in. Today I built some pins for them, and we're gonna see if they start using them. But what I wanted to work on today, um, not sure if you saw the thumbnail or if you just swiped into here, but and hopefully we could get this thing done. But I had these strips of wood that they've probably been here for a long time. I didn't buy these. I have no idea where they came from, and I wanted to do something with them. This is back when I've had them at least long enough that when, you know, I mean, granted, I'm still like that, but most things I don't, if I could reuse them, repurpose them, I will. And a couple weeks ago, up at the top of the property, what's up? Your only fan? Cool name. And I kept looking at like, okay, well, when you thought of saving this, what was the point, right? Are you saving money? Are you just adding to your? You got some nice nails in here too. Are you just adding to your, situation? And on one hand, yeah, I'm adding to my situation. I'm adding work, keeping busy, which is a good thing. You know, I can never say that that's a bad thing. If I didn't have serious projects to do, I would still be, finding things to do. So that's okay to keep busy. But it allows me to explore and be creative with different materials and learn how to work better with different materials. Different projects. See how good that I can get now that when I work in a lot of things, I'm not working off of a blueprint. So that's really helping not just my creativity, but my ability to just think on the fly. Your only fan, you would say, thanks for being my only fan. And guys, if you wanna joke, if you wanna troll, that's all, on this channel, you can get away with a lot. I just don't want you to harm other people in the chat, but I'm totally fine with um, having fun with people. And if you want to drop, see, that's a problem. This thing just broke. This could be a pointless project, right? Look at that. Now, my judgment on what I have no idea what kind of wood this is. It's been outside for a very long time. I suspect the reason why this piece broke was because it was at like a knot point. Yeah, you see a knot that was there, and that thing just ripped out. I'm not gonna worry. Maybe that'll help me to determine the height. But as far as using this as a lattice for a plant, if I'm able to, I'm not using a lot of strength here, but I'm not able to break it. It should still suffice for what I want. So the first thing, without getting tricky, is, well, what size am I going to be able to work with, right? So see how once I get all these nails out, and you said, where you from? How's your favorite YouTuber? My favorite YouTuber is Craig Smith, Craig Facts. He has been for some time. He's a comedian. He's dropped all different types of content, and he's given so much game over the years. And I actually joined. I went on his channel the other day, so that was super awesome. You like him a little bit. You know Craig Smith? That's cool if you do. A lot of my viewers same watching habits, but I've not really heard anybody say they know him. Okay, so we got this one piece that we could work with. This piece, pretty solid. Doesn't have any nails in it. Size-wise, size matters, right? So far we're working with, let's just get a measurement. 4 foot, I think 4 foot, a little bit more than 4 feet. I have no idea. I'll get a measuring tape. I don't work without a measuring tape, but at the same time, I'm at the point where this is still just fun and playing with the materials, and I don't know what's gonna come of it. Why are the chickens in the back? In the background, you gonna put that separate words. They mean the background. Um, the chickens are in the background because a lot of times when I'm doing streams, I've been improving. I've been showing a step-by-step improvement of this area. So it's kind of comfortable to be here. Usually they're out, but just to show you briefly, since you asked, about a month and a half ago, I installed this, and I'm waiting for a lot of the perennials to grow in here so that the chickens have some stuff to eat. Some sunflowers are going to be here coming up, and then I'm going to get some beans over here. But the chickens are essentially a part of the channel. Um, they're like I said, and it's just a cool spot. And as far as me talking about, like, what I was doing today and what I accomplished today, they have a lot to do with it. I've been working with them. Um, they're actually being a pain right now, and they are not. So I built this. I'll try to let you see some of it. I could walk over to it if it's clear. Um, yeah, I'll walk over to it. Thanks for asking the question, though. I really enjoy questions. Um, like I said, I'm pretty interactive on the stream. So this is another bed right here. This is their coop. And then back here, there's different pens. And this is a brand new system. They have 3 pens that they'll have access to one at a time. And I'm trying to seed each pen. Um, and they don't want to go in there. So they, a little, I don't know. I wouldn't say they're stubborn. I would say they are a little on the spoiled side, even though they're not my pets per se. They're used to what they're used to, and I've tried some encouragement to get them over there. They not with it. They'll go just for the encouragement, but then they don't stay over there. I think tomorrow, what I'll end up having to do is locking them in one of the pens, and they'll just eat up all the greenery. So what's interesting about what I'm attempting to do is, for one, I can't really be so wood is on his like last leg. So it's taking me to really look at it and really understand, like, what am I doing? Can I do this better? Or am I gonna spoil everything? All right. So these are finishing nails. Um, well, like I said, you're only fan. I'm just hanging out. I'm glad to have you hang out with me. Um, Sometimes I run my mouth. Sometimes I have like like a particular intent. Today we're gonna build this together. So whoever hangs out, they'll get to see this being built. And this is all, like I said, off the top of the head. I've never even had a lattice. It's just something I've always thought about having. Oh, that screw is just, I mean, that nail is gonna be, look at the curve on it. We'll see how we get that out. Where are you from, you only fan? Where might you be typing from? I haven't even mentioned it to you. You're still hanging out. This is my 109th straight day streaming. It's just random. Like, oh yeah, and guess what? I've been streaming for 109 days straight. So one day turned into 5, which turned into 20. And I thought I was gonna do 50. And then when I got to about 35, I figured, okay, so that screw broke off, so that's a good one. So I got to around 35. I started figuring that we could get to 100. On the way, we had a lot of. I don't even know if this one is worth it. Look how the size changes. I should be able to cut that one off. I'll just cut this off real quick. So far I got 3. Let me just look at. I had a picture of when I went to I believe that was Lowe's, of what roughly what I would build with these, because it's not a tall one at all. All right. And I'm going super rough cut, rough cut. All right, so we got. I am in my early 40s. How old are you? I wonder what these came off of, because they all have nails. I would be on my way if it weren't for the nails. But might as well just do what we got to do. Hey, if you just joined the stream, please give it a like. I don't really care about anything else. Just like the video. I'm hanging out, doing some work here. I'm probably going to end up um, I think I'm going to use my crown nailer for the first time. No, I don't think. I know. I just hope we could get to where we need to be. Oh, 25, 26, man. That was some awesome years, man. Well, I hope you're making use of your time. Because you go to sleep, you wake up, and I don't feel old, but there's definitely years have gone by, and some of the things I've always wanted to do, I think it's a race against time, right? Now I'm doing things. I'm trying to go back to doing things like if I'm 26, because as you get older, you just get more careful. For me personally, I have less confidence. I usually overthink things. When I was young, I didn't think. I just did. Um, so it goes both ways. It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. So, all right. Same with this one. I don't know. Maybe I could hammer this out. But we got so far. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This makes 6. Looks like. Let me just look at the image real quick. All right. So if we just look at this rough. Glasses. Let's see if I even wear them. Okay. So I want you to see this because you have been hanging out with me. So what I believe I'm building is something like. Let me just go get put this in the garbage real quick. Okay. So I want to do like a layout. So first I'll figure out which ones are the longest and the thickest boards or strips. Those will be the ones that's going tall. Okay. So something to this effect. And then what I saw was there was then a cross. Might have to look it up. I feel like it was like this. All right, let's see. Bam, bam, bam. And I guess you could do whatever you want to do, right? All right, so if this is here, so it was roughly like this. I felt like this was a little tighter, and this, and then there was another piece that came like this. Uh, but I think that's it. As long as I make my cuts, um, I think we're good. What is all of that stuff, man? I people put the crazy stuff in the chat. So let me get one more. And I'm actually going against my initial idea, which was to my initial idea was to make like a huge lattice, but it wouldn't make sense because this wood is probably not that great. All right. Okay. So from here, um, you know what? If I if I know the distance that I want these two to be apart, I could just get that fixed. And then as long as these are roughly the same length, and then I could do my cuts after. I guess there's nothing saying I can't do that. So I just need to know how long do I want the legs, and then I could score a line with the square. Um, you trolling me? All right, I'm going to find a piece of wood that's going to help me to understand the gap, the distance that I want this to be. And like I said, man, thanks for hanging out. Oh, I found something already. That was quick. And I found a measuring tape. Okay, so I just found a piece of scrap. So it's actually flat. So that'll help me to put that together like that. And is that what I want? Well, now I can cut it to whatever size I want, actually. So I think I want to cut that down. No, don't. I don't want you to donate. No, you're donating your time right now. That's. I'm not. I'm really not here for that. At least, I mean, I'm sure if I was in need, it would be a different story. But for me, for what I'm doing, and just bringing creativity and hanging out with people, and you know, I don't. I'm not here for that. I am not here for that. So what I'm doing now is, I thought I had a pencil. Let me just go over here. Donate. You're not the first person who said that, but yeah, I don't know, man. I want to be monetized. Um, that's a big milestone, but it's just so that I don't have to worry about it anymore. Like, all right, we're not gonna have No, I do need a pencil. Come on, come on. You need a pencil. I thought I have. Oh, I did have one. Yeah, no, man, I was confused for years at why. All right, so we're gonna go a 6 inch gap. I was confused for years why people would even be donating to people. I didn't understand it. It's like, donate when somebody really gives you something. Um, I don't need not to say it's like sympathy, but no, I'm good, man. I guess I'm roughing this because this board is not even like big enough for me to do. All right, that's straight enough. Pencil fell again, so remind me if that comes up. So this is what we're dealing with, right? So if I put this in here, now I have like pretty much a straight, right? If I were particular about this, I'll at least make sure that these two look right. So now the pieces could, I guess since I'm gonna be cutting the edge, all that matters now, maybe I'll just score a line with the pencil so that I know that it's straight. And I'll go turn on the air. The only thing is I got some pretty nice size nails. So I'm hoping that the nails they don't go through this. We'll figure that out. Actually, I don't have nails. I have staples. Thanks for the sub. We're almost at 500, and it's been four, not even 4 months. So let me explain that. It ain't been that many subs in 4 months. I'm not that interesting, but when I started streaming the 100-day journey, I had 99 subs. I think I earned those over like a 4-year period. I barely posted content, and the other 300 and whatever came from a 3-month period, 3+ month period. So, hey, Katie, I'm working live. Look at this. I'm trying not to mess. I'm gonna just go. You guys hold tight. I'm gonna go get my ear. I don't know if you guys if you guys care for the ear. When I say ear, I'm talking about a pancake ear compressor, and it's plugged into an EcoFlow. So I did make a video not too long ago about using EcoFlow more, and I definitely have. So let's not put this too close to the. I don't think the chickens care. Just gonna be a little bit noisy. So as you can see, this has never been. I've never used this. This is brand spanking new. Um, just got my first set of staples. Um, this is a 18 gauge. Uh, what is this? Narrow crown staple gun. Um, and I got staples that actually look pretty intimidating compared to nails. Gamer King, what's up? We have a full chat. Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks, Katie. Thanks for keeping the people busy. Like I said, guys, like the stream. Um, that's my new thing. So these are kind of intimidating. I'm not gonna. When I look at it, I'm like, yeah. Now I got these because when I was just observing, I think I measured this. I think it holds true, but I'm not sure. And hopefully this thing doesn't punch through and mess my table up. So I love this table. It's not that old. I think my table's like a year old. But let's stay safe. So I'm first time ever loading staples. Unlike screws, they go on one side of this. Oh, you're working? Cool. So I think they would just kind of, there you go. What is that? Okay, I've never done this, guys. There's like I don't know if that makes sense. There's like an Allen key that just looks like it's in the way. And I'm pretty sure I loaded this wrong. Now I'm almost certain that I'm supposed to drop this in here and then I'm supposed to push this up. It works when you do it right. All right. Thanks, your only fan. Thanks for the sub, man. It was nice chatting with you. I hope to see you again sometime. Like I said, this is my 109th straight day streaming, so I'm usually around. Who else is in here? Who's the gang that's in here? I'm glad to see you guys. I figured I was gonna come on here and work in real time. My chickens are not listening. I have a listening problem. Yeah, I absolutely will stream tomorrow. I got their pin all set, not the run. There's a pin in the back this way, and it's all set. There's a tunnel that goes. I'll be posting a video soon to show the setup, but there's a tunnel that goes to the pin. It's 3 pins. They only have access to 1 right now because I haven't finished connecting the other 2, and they won't go over there. And I'm like, look, it looks good. It looks. You guys, when you have access over here, it's the same stuff over there, and they won't go in there. So I might have to lock them in tomorrow. And I'm just trying to catch up on something I said I was gonna do. So we're building a lattice. We're gonna build this impromptu lattice build. Let me go turn on the air compressor. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Shout outs, jokes, the more the merrier. Okay. I've been very impressed with the EcoFlow. Today I did turn on the air compressor for the first time with the EcoFlow, so I do know it's gonna work. But one of the things when you get to learn your tools, I was absolutely surprised to see the wattage that it was pulling, 900 watts, which is, yeah, that's the most I've ever done with the EcoFlow. So made me realize I could just start Trying to cook stuff out here. See a coffee maker, start small. All right, let's hope the chickens don't bug out. I'll try to stand over here. All right, I don't know how loud it is. It's not that loud here, but I hope everyone's doing good. Like I said, thanks for hanging out. Like the stream. This is doing stuff live, and um, I really enjoy doing stuff, and I really enjoy going live. So I presume doing stuff and going live work well together. But you get to see me think, you get to see me, I guess, fail too, and succeed. Definitely succeed. So things have been really good. You know what? While that's going, let me give you an update on some of the things that I've been showing you guys and I've been doing. So we got over here, lawnmower is functioning. I've been making some biochar. I accidentally made biochar. Thank you so much, Katie. I accidentally made, I say accidentally, one night I was out here and the fire was going. I'm not really like a fire person. Uh, no worries, Katie. And I said, okay, it's getting late. I got to get this fire out. It was already down. So, I kind of separated the stuff and then I just took some dirt that was around where the fire pit was and I threw dirt on top of the coals. And when I came out in the morning, I was like, that looks like it's black. Like, why is it black? So I rake it out and I'm like, this is straight up biochar, and looked it up, and it's an easy way to make biochar. So I've been making it because I had to get rid of a bunch of wood, and the burn ban is over. So I'll take you over here. I'll just try to go slow because sometimes the internet bugs out. But you've got this. Anyone who's checked out the stream or videos. So the raspberry patch or hedge fedge, it's going. It's going. It needs some weeding, and the real thing is we need to get a permanent fence situation so that I can feel comfortable with the chickens when I do want to let them out. Um, and then we have the first bed. So this bed was constructed this year using my own compost, and I got some lettuce in there, some turnips, some broccoli, some spinach, some kale. See couple marigolds and some more kale and potentially a cabbage back there. And then I just got this bed together last week. These are beans. The beans are coming up already, so they look good. This is all within the last couple of weeks and then the plan is to continue to build another row. So the next row is going to be a tomato row. I already purchased some plants, or my wife did. And when people purchase plants and we don't always do things without plants. So my goal was, let me do something with it. All right, so we'll come back over here. Anyone who just joined, please like the stream. I'm building on the stream and try to build something live. Just a little idea I had. So earlier on the stream, I took these wood strips and kind of, roughed out a plan. Took the nails out. There was nails at the end. I have no idea what these were a part of. I absolutely don't. I guess it doesn't really matter. And I cracked open this narrow crown stapler for the first time. I had it for a couple years. I bought it. It's a Rigid brand. I purchased it on. Actually, they have the pretty good deal with Daywalk. What's up, man? The pancake air compressor. They sell it with the combo. So I was like, you know what? Let me get. It came with three different nailers slash staplers. So I think I had a brad nailer, a straight nailer, and the crown nailer. Um, so let's see where we go with this. So I scored a line on this, and I'm just roughly going to get this on the middle. I've already committed to just cut the ends myself, and we'll figure that out. So since I scored a line, I'm not, I'm not totally. This is not going to be a project of perfection. Um, we have to accept that. All right, so we're gonna get the first nail. Okay, first nail. Wow. Oh, I did want to mention that these are galvanized nails, so I was not able to find. This is it's really hard. I got a dog wolf that's barking. Oh, it's okay if you're watching. It rained up. It's been raining on and off. Today it looks like rain, but it hasn't. They walk. Um, so these nails, right? I mean, I keep calling them nails. I've never really worked with staples. I couldn't find these. I went to three different stores. I went to both big box stores and a hardware store, and I couldn't find galvanized crown staples. And for me, I just wanted to do the project the right way. Right way being, um, I'm I'm gonna have it last as long as it can last, and I figured I should use galvanized. Okay, so that actually worked. I don't think I need anything more than one, and it didn't staple the table, which means that I have the exact size that I need. Um, I'm not being critical about this, so let me just put this back here so we don't step on that. I don't need any more nails or staples. I'm going to come back and look at the chat real quick. I just want to roughly show you guys what I'm doing. Sprinkling down there. So I figured I guess I could go up 1, 2, 3. I don't know, does 4 work? 4 might work. 4 might work. And then I'm gonna have a cross section here like that. So it'll just be a little bit of overhang, and like I said, I could actually just score it with a pencil and then keep it moving. So let's measure. Let's get a rough measurement of the next one. And this is already like in. I'm surprised at how good this worked out. So this is in, and it's going to, this is not a structured thing, but it can hold some plants. All right. So I'm using this wood block as a spacer. I cut that not too long ago, and now I'm just gonna roughly get some sound. So let me see if I like 8 inches, 10 inches. I think I like 10 inches. I'm not sure if you guys, I think it's loud. I'm not sure if you guys build anything. Tom says hi. What's up, Tom? I said when I was signing off yesterday, I definitely said what's up, Tim. I hope you heard it, Katie. I'm taking more care with what I'm doing. Not because the material is important, it's because the material is kind of delicate. So I don't want to miss any subtle things that could just help me. So I already learned something. Last time I tried to find a straight on this side. I actually don't care anymore. I'm just gonna use the straight from this side, and if it's a little bendy on that side, oh well. Okay, back to the staple gun. I say that, and then I want. Oh, okay. Oh, I could have just used my square. There you go. So I'm gonna use the edge of the square. Press that up against so at least the square is straight, and then I can hold that right up against it. So a little bit of pressure, and we're good. So just 4 staples, and I'm gonna have a good, pretty decent foundation already, and you could kind of see where things are going. See, the thing with the staples and only putting one, it's take, it can wiggle, but we'll get that. We'll just eyeball it. Okay, bam. Didn't like the sound of that. Okay, so we went 10 inches, so we could do another 10 inches. We're getting there. So far, this project is cool. I think I'll do it again. Um, I think I was telling you guys. I think I said it online one time, but I was wondering if making plans for all these little rinky-dink projects that I do, and just show people, like, how to get some of this stuff done, accomplished. That's pretty easy. So I'm using my square again. Again, I just learned that. Wasn't planning on it, but you learn as you go. You just use your common sense. Okay, come on this side. Not working too fast, not working too slow, just working. I think the staples were the best choice for not tearing the wood. It actually feels really good, like the hold. It feels really good. All right, so I think I'm at the last one. We'll have to make a decision about the edge. It does feel like this is a pretty sizable investment, but I think when it's all said and done, I'm gonna every time I do certain projects, and when I walk past them, I'm like, just me, just internally, like, you gotta build your world. Nobody's gonna build it for you, you know. And believe it or not, not sure if you saw um I didn't mean to put the actual price of this in the description. That wasn't intentional. But it was $20, I think. So $20. Um, Mine is probably made a little bit better. I didn't pay for any materials, so maybe I could keep all of that profit, right? Like if that's what this was going to be. I'm not trying to sell anything, but hey. So now only need 2 more pieces, but we have a bunch of cuts to make. Okay. So this is what we have so far. We got some legs. I don't know if I'll try to make these a little bit stronger. See, it's still a little wiggle. Still has a wiggle, so we'll still want to make sure that we use our spacer. So from here, what I'll do is, yeah, okay. So I'll just figure out the angle that I want this to be, and just go underneath, and then we could just cut off the edges. So I will, I'm straight up eyeballing this. I'm trying to, in fact, I'm gonna put it up and I'm gonna show you guys what's in my head and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So it's gonna be one on this side, one on that side, and I'm gonna cut off the excess. I don't want any of the holes to be too extreme, so I probably have to end up somewhat like that, but that angle is not good. So somewhat like that. Now I did tell you, let's make sure the spacer is back in. The spacer is gonna help to keep the square. See, it's not fitting right now. So if I could get it fit, then I know that that's roughly square. That actually looks pretty good. Okay. So no need to have it hang over at the bottom. That looks good. So you hang over just a little bit. So we'll just go for this. All right. Well, I could always take it apart, but I just went for it, guys. So one step closer. So then I'll just do the other side. 7 likes. That's cool. That's cool. 7 people. 7 people liked what was going on. All right. Now the problem is, I do have more strips, but I'll just show you guys the strips. I do have more strips. This is all I have though. So let's be very intentional. No, because this one has a nice little gouge in it. This one feels good. There is a nail at the top. Let's see. Okay. So this one is cool. I'm gonna just take off just so I have it flat. Well, like I said, I hope everyone is cool. Even if you watch this on the replay, I definitely have to post this. I might chop it up actually. This might be a good one, good candidate to just chop it up. I'm actually excited when I'm building something that no one is telling me to build. I enjoy those moments. I'll just use this to help me guide the blade. Don't try this at home. Okay, so I got a flat end, and I think I'll end up painting this. All right, let's just keep that in there. Now that this can hang over, and we'll try to get that angle as close as we can get it. Of course, there's a nail in there, not taking care of that now. Okay, so straight up eyeballing it. I think that's the fun for me. The eyeballing it is the fun because it's like symmetric, like like you're able to see symmetry. I used to be really good with seeing things, subtle things. It makes me feel pretty young and observant. And again, we got to remember this is not a project of perfection. Yeah, I guess is this the definition of a labor of love? Um, didn't even think twice. I'm just doing it. If I overthink this, we not we not gonna get it done on the stream. Okay, so I'll give you. This is where we are now. So now I'm gonna just do. Oh, what happened? Okay, the chickens were saying something. So now I'm gonna just do rough cuts. Take off the edge. Leave a nice. I guess I'll have it. I don't mind having it straight. I don't need my template anymore. I do not like having this nail there, so I'm gonna just bend that nail down. If I do end up painting it, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So at this point, it's just circular saw, and I'm actually gonna leave a little bit of edge on. I can turn off the nailer. I would debate about putting a nail on the other side so that they're going from both directions. But as of right now, I'm cool. Okay, so the air compressor's off. You're funny, Katie. Katie says, "Overthink, Darnell? Never." No, I'm a thinker. I'll tell you what, it really has helped me in life. So I love, and I actually when there's points when thinking gets very simple for me. So it's almost not fair to say I'm an overthinker sometimes, even though it does seem like that I am always overthinking. But that's fine, just like that. So far, so good. There's always that moment to just mess up your whole project. I've done that so many times. All right. One more on this side. Then I go to the other side. I've said this before, but the some of the best parts of these kind of projects is that you're not working on perfection, and it's freeing, right? It's very freeing to work through projects that you could just do. And if people didn't want to come hang out, that's on them. That's on them. But I do awesome work, and this to me. Um, Look what this thing turned into. Look what it was. Look what it turned into. I'm all up. I'm all inside the trellis now. Okay, let's not get inside the trellis. Now I'm ambidextrous, so I find that pretty cool that I could just like work both ways. The problem is that I want to use the guide. Okay, so I think my whole ambidextrous comment there doesn't hold weight because I have to lift the guard up to cut this something this small. I could just use a freaking. You know what, Katie? I might have to overthink this one, Katie. But it's gonna be simpler. I was gonna have this Superman moment, but I'm gonna just go get a reciprocating. Uh, it's over here, so I used it the other day. It'll be super easy to do this. The only thing that I would say that I'm I'm kind of balking on is when it comes to using this is a lot more violent. And since I'm working with wood that's old, has been outside for a very long time, uh, this is not forgiving. If I cut through that and chew through that, that's it. Project over. It's faster though. Not so much. Not so much worried about guides or anything. Okay, so it's actually pretty sturdy. Now I'll just use some rough line, or should I score a line? All right, let's. Okay, what am I gonna do? You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this thing to the edge here, the edge of the table, and that edge of the table is gonna give me a rough guide. And whoever will understand whether this thing measured. See, Katie, I'm not overthinking it. No one will ever care. Now, I wish there were a ton more people to see this. Sophia, hi, if you're still there. So, this is what was made. I'm actually very proud of it. Very proud of this. Uh, the staples protruded through, like I would say 1/32 of an inch. This just feels really sturdy. I'm not gonna bang it down. It's obviously for plants. So got a little nail here that I'll take care of. But this is what I built from what I had, and it's a lot better as this than garbage. So this would be a nice trellis. I'm thinking, I mean, since I built it over here and this was my original idea, are they beating up poor Caesar in there? If that's what you, if you hear the cries in there. Um, so it'll be over there, but just to show you, I could stick this in the ground here and have something grow up it. We'll figure that out. I was thinking maybe I did have a in the front because I'm always working through trying to beautify the chicken area, and it's like, bro, you need to get your curb appeal going. She said, "Don't do it." She probably would say it when I was like gonna make it complicated, but yeah, no, this came out awesome. Look at the spacing; it kind of looks like I measured it. The only thing I would do different, I would have a little bit more overhang, but that's fine. So for now, I could just stick this thing. Yeah, I'm probably gonna want to pre-drill it, but maybe I can make a little one with what was left. So this one has a nail. Be a good time to clean up these nails. Uh, I don't know if anyone has any questions, but if you do, drop them in the chat. Let's see what I have left. You know, while I'm here and I have all of this stuff, so I have medium-sized piece. I wonder if I could make like a smaller version of what I just did. That'd be cool. I grilled and I I'm hungry and I left the food over there for everyone else to take up and they took it up and they went inside with the food and I have nothing. And I knew I was gonna stream. So that's funny. Okay, so I'm just trying to look for the best pieces and then we could cut the rest. Um, and now that we have the reciprocating saw, it'll be a little bit faster because I'm not worried about. So I'm thinking maybe we could go bam here, here. Well, these are the longer pieces. This one's a little cooked right here. Yeah, I don't want to make it out of that. Okay. So I'm gonna have some hangover. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. So this one should go. This is the smallest one. So this one should go at the bottom. And then that way, yeah, if I do it this way, then I might just have enough room for the extra. Okay, so we're gonna make another one. Oh, I got all this down here too. These are really small. Make a tiny one. We're gonna do a real tiny one. All right, so I'm not gonna go through the trouble of taking the nails out. I could just fold those in. Um, let's see what happens. I've been on here for an hour and 9 minutes, and we've gotten a lot done. I've talky. Okay, so this one has a pretty big nail in it. So I'm gonna get the garbage bag and something I don't do much. I'm gonna use the square with the reciprocating saw. See if that'll help to. And again, now that I have this reciprocating saw instead of the It'll go a lot faster, but I could also probably get a lot closer to the nails. Yeah, that actually worked really well. Like I said, it's too jumpy. It doesn't it just the vibration is a lot. And I'm working with really delicate wood. But okay. Okay, so those would be the tall pieces. Let's consider the block that I made initially. Let's consider if, and I'm gonna go test to see that this is the block that I made as a spacer. Let's consider if I could just turn it and it'll work. So before I had it this way, I could turn it this way. Why the hell not? No one's telling me what to do. Uh, sound like I'm on the run. Nobody's telling me. All right. Okay. So I could just line that up with the table's edge. I have the spacer. Could figure out. I just want to put a simple framework so I could guesstimate. I could actually use whichever one of these are the biggest. So this one, that'll give me enough room. I have to somewhat center this one because I'm gonna be nailing to the edges. This is not in the best condition, but it's the best piece to use based on the size. Okay. So we're just going with a different scale, essentially. Let me turn this back on. The tank looks like the tank needs a little bit more air. Pretty sure it shoots at 120 psi. If you just joined the stream, I decided to finally build a lattice out of these wood strips that I had. I don't know where they came from. They were at the top of my property for quite some time. I'll show you the lattice. We were able to finish the lattice. Please like the stream if you just joined in and you like this kind of content. The air compressor is not going to be on the whole time. I just kind of stuck this in the ground back here, but this is what we made. Pretty awesome lattice, and I'll figure out what I'm going to do with it, but just showing you what we did. And while that's still going, I want to show what's going to be also a lattice, but not with the same wood strips. This is baby gate. Ooh, almost crunched my hands. So accordion style baby gate going to turn into a lattice as well. Okay. So this, I'm just considering how high I want this because it does have to stick into the ground a little bit. I'm using a square to roughly keep this in a guide. I'm crossing over my arm, which I shouldn't do. Okay. I am eyeballing. This is the definition of eyeballing stuff. I mean, that looks good. It's going to look a little bit rougher than the other one because I didn't measure. I actually think if I use this piece next, we went 10 inches up last time, so obviously we shouldn't go the same amount because it's a different. Maybe let's see what 8 inches look like. I'm gonna get some of this garbage out my way. I hear a lot of air escaping from my wire, so we gotta deal with that at some point. Not right now. Okay, so let's just move the spacer so that this is gonna help us to keep this square. Let's get pencil and measuring tape. I think 8 inches, a little high. Let's go 7.5. Let's see what that skip. Nope, 8 inches looks better. I would even go, could even go 9. Yeah, 8 inches is good. So same thing. I just got one little mark, and I'm gonna just put the square here. Now this could potentially just be angle wise. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to get the angle. We'll see. All right, go behind the back for the dunk. C Web. Imagine that. If I start uh, calling out basketball plays, what are you doing Monday? I don't know, just probably grilling. Probably go check my sister out. She's like 10 minutes away from me. Um, really just try to hang out with the fam. I don't have too much in order. All right. Thanks for asking. What are you doing? I'm not talking as much. I'm really just definitely rushing through this one more than I was the other one. Um, and they going for it. They must have a party. You could tell when people are having a party for the holiday because that's when they come out and clean everything up. All right, so I already see one issue here. Not an issue, but one difference with the micro, if you hear me. So I'll just leave the spacer in there. So if I go up another 8 inches, who said I had to go up another 8? Well, it doesn't have to be uniform. But if I go up another 8 inches, I may not have much um, above it, which I guess I could just use whatever's the top of this for a guide. So issue averted. Not gonna overthink this, Katie. Uh, I did just switch around everything that I was doing. I had it going the other way, so we'll see if I could just work through it. All right, that actually looks pretty good. 8 inches, and just needs enough space so that I could form the angle, and then obviously I'll cut off the ends. Yeah, I'm dropping stuff. Been on my feet a lot today. Okay, let's just get a nail in there. Let's get my finger out the way. I have stapled myself with a stapler, never with a nailer. Staple myself right up onto a bulletin board. That was welcome to working at a school. Okay, so here's where we are. I'm leaving the spacer in it. The spacer. I'm leaving that in there for now, so that it doesn't move around, so we can get our angle going. This is looking really good for just an extra. Oh, I see my neighbor's wife on the lawnmower. They must be hosting the president. El Presidente. It must be party time, party time. All right, well, this is what I have. So I knew the angle was going to be determined on how much I had left. So I'm not going to stress it. Just not going to have to cut this. Sometimes that's what it is, right? Like you got to work based on the materials that you have. So I'm just proud that I'm doing something with the material. One, two, I understand enough that I'm not messing up the material while I'm trying to work through the project. So no need for the spacer. Once I got this in, this is not moving anyway. And now I just gotta meet the other side. And that, but I believe was one of the worst pieces that I had. Yeah, the one I said that had the gouge. So we'll see. Kind of wish I used this going across now. So hey, if you join the stream, give a like, give a shout out. I'm just building a lattice from some scrap wood. This is the second one that I'm building. It fits absolutely like perfect. That's what my uncle used to say. Perfect. Okay. Don't need this right now. So again, the angle is going to be determined based on my eyeballs, whatever's left of them. I think that looks awesome. And because this is I don't know, I'll just make it the back if it's the front, or I'll make it the front if it's the back. All right, before I nail this in, one good look. Move it over just a little bit. Man. We are perfectionists. We are perfectionists. All right. I no longer need this. The energy is, so here we are. This is the rough of it. And now I'm just going to take off the ends. Let me just back up a little bit so you can see the rough. Design wise, again, I didn't It's just something that I observed, and off the top of the head, it's probably the easiest to measure because once you get the middle, once you get some sort of a spacer, and you keep that tight, this is on an angle, so it's not really competing. It doesn't. It'll be really hard to tell if it's off, and it's for plants. So I'm gonna let this one hang a little bit more if I can. And that's just to give it more personality. That one I didn't cut. I say that and then I'm cutting it all short. When I was a little boy, uh, believe it or not, I used to break everything. Well, I was so intrigued by stuff that I used to open it up to see how it worked. I broke my mother's record player, and I got the nickname. Maybe I'll do a series on this, but I got the nickname Mr. Fix It from my mother, just in reference to all the breaking, the things that I broke. I never took the nickname offensive. Like, I never was offended by it. I did break all that stuff. Just had to see how it worked, and then look where we are now. This is what Mr. Fix It is doing these days. Okay, so I said I'm gonna just use and what do you know? Bam. So every time you see this in my garden, one of my gardens, just know that you see me do this live, and it was an awesome project. Now, of course, it's time to clean up. um, Thanks for sticking around, Katie, Tom. Hope all is well. Hope you guys enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Hope it's a nice extended weekend for you guys. I'm gonna get out of here and clean this up. I'll probably at least film a little wrap up video. I'll definitely cut this one up. I think it was a pretty good one. Hopefully the audio was clear and all of that, and the signal wasn't that bad. But thanks so much. I'll holler at you guys. This was awesome. Bye.